Chickweed grows well in my garden. I wish it didn't. It's very, very sweet. It's loaded with vitamins and minerals. It's a fantastic fat emulsifier. What that means is that it eats up fat. It also dissolves cellulite. It's the main ingredient in our SF formula. That's one of our original formulas that we started with. The main ingredient. It aids digestion. It eats fat. It's got so many different uses. It works just like lecithin. Sometimes I would take lecithin and put it in a greasy pot at some of my meetings just so people could watch the grease go sucked right in. That's what it does in the body. That's what chickweed does. Helps to eat up that excess fat.
Excuse me, Bill.
Yes?
What was the product that has the chickweed you just mentioned?
Chickweed, the active ingredient in the, well, chickweed is the product.
What was the product called, the MSC product called?
Chickweed.
SF.
Oh, SF. Okay, I'm sorry. SF is a, I'm going to cover that at the very, very end. Okay. It's a combination for weight loss, and chickweed is one of the ingredients, okay, the main ingredients in that weight loss product.
Stands for skinny.
All right. Now this will be of great interest to you because a few years ago, 35, when I was just getting started in the herbs, I was very excited about chickweed. We had a customer who was losing his license as a pilot because he couldn't get his cholesterol down. Chickweed will also bring down cholesterol. So anyway, we did that. We got great results. We were having great results with the SF. We also were selling it singly, so it was great. All of a sudden, it was on back order. But that means is we couldn't get it. When I called the company, they said, it doesn't meet our high standards. That didn't help me too any, but it was an answer. In the meantime, all of our competitors got all of the chickweed that they wanted. My customers would say, well, if you can't get it for me, I'll get it someplace else. I said, well, they just tell me that it's not meeting their standards. Any of you ever hear of Chernobyl? Place over in Russia? They had a little accident. 80% of all chickweed in the world comes from around Chernobyl. So what had happened, I found this out 2 years later. I was talking to a research scientist at Nature Sunshine. Way back then, they had millions of dollars in testing equipment, and they immediately saw this is radioactive. We can't use it. All of our competitors continued using it. We took it on the chin because we couldn't get it. So if their quality standards are not met, it can be by the nutrient value, it can be by pollution, they just say no. That helped me to understand the integrity of the company behind the label. That's one of the most important things. You can't always know all the facts and figures, but learn to trust your farmer, or in this case, your manufacturer, that they are looking out for your best interests. Yes?
It just reminded me of the Green Zone, which was one of their best sellers. And for 9 months, we could not get Green Zone because it didn't, stand up to the standards that we wanted.
In that case, it was much easier. It wasn't radioactivity, it wasn't pollution. In the case of Green Zone, it was that one of the major ingredients that we were using, the nutrient value wasn't quite where it was supposed to be. They have the equipment to measure the exact nutrient value. I'll cover that in just a moment when I get to ginger in more specific terms. But if nothing else was wrong, but that one ingredient didn't measure up, and so they back order our best-selling product.
9 months.
Yeah. That is the integrity of the company behind the label.